The Knicks are rolling. They're riding. The Knicks are rolling. I don't know no more of that song, but the Knicks are rolling. They hating. Welcome to Knicks home court in NBA news. Yes, the Knicks are rolling. They are rolling. Like I said, they're about to hit a winning streak. I said that in the last podcast. I'm telling you, this is what good teams do. They start to separate themselves and start to solidify who they are in the league. And it was a good game. The Knicks jumped right on top of Portland Trailblazers right from the beginning. 38 points in the first quarter. Like, let's stomp this team out. Let's get this team out of here so we can rest our vets and let our young players get some more playing time, score some points. And then it was a good game for OG because OG was able, and you know, he's filling himself out now. He's getting more used to playing with as far as offensively with the team. So he's trying to explore more of his game. Because in Toronto, he was just a corner shooter. He's probably thinking, I'm more than just a corner shooter. I could do more than that. Plus, he's looking for a max contract, so I expect him to try to elevate his game. He's already a defensive player. So if he develops a little more offense, you're talking about a chance to be a superstar. And I'm not exaggerating. Everybody talks about his defense is elite, right? So you put elite defense, he's already averaging 15. He's an elite defender now. He's averaging 15 now. If he bumps that up to somehow, not this year, but maybe in the future, 20, 23 points, something like that. Because I think that playing on Toronto, he might have been the wrong fit there too, because they have a lot of wings. Scotty Barnes, and it's just too many wings there. And I think he didn't fit there, just like we had too many guards. So I think it's a good trade for both teams. By the way, Knicks fans, don't worry. RJ will do well. Quickly might even become a star. But I think we did well in this trade. Because OG, we haven't had Knicks fans. I've been a Knicks fan for so long. Let me explain. We haven't had a good small forward in like so long. Of course, Carmelo Anthony, but remember, they moved him to the 4. But before Carmelo Anthony, and Carmelo Anthony is like the franchise small forward. But I'm talking about before him, like we had Kenny Walker. We did have Xavier McDaniel, who was good, and the Knicks made a miscalculation by letting him go and picking up Charles Smith because of height, because that was the old NBA. But yeah, man, we have a really good defensive wing, and I always say the best teams have great defensive wings, have great wing players. It's a wing league. As much as they want to talk about the guards, the wings win the championships. So at least the majority of them. But anyway, the Knicks, I'm happy. I'm happy right now today as I'm doing this podcast in the morning. I was supposed to do it last night, but I'm going to post it this morning. I'm trying to keep stuff out there for you and keep the opinions flowing. And again, in the comment section, whatever you want to talk about, go there. Whatever you want me to talk about, go there. Let's have a conversation. I'm going to start doing call-in shows. I'm going to start doing live shows and stuff like that. But right now, I'm just trying to make sure I'm putting stuff out there so I can keep this going. So please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Let people know Knicks home court is back. And Knicks are rolling. They hating. I'm sorry, I gotta keep, it just popped in my head while I'm watching them hit these threes and shit. I'm like, the Knicks are rolling. And then the next thing came into my mind, I was like, Knicks are rolling. But anyway, yeah, so that's the whole thing. Now, looking forward on their schedule, they have some games they can win. They have a big game coming up against Dallas. I really don't have that much respect for Dallas. And I'm gonna be honest with you, no disrespect. I think Luka is an all-world talent. I've watched him. I think he's an all-world talent. But I think we need to fix these. We need to stop putting people in the top 5 of players when they have no success in the postseason. Like zero, like they wanted last year, they was like, Luka's going to be MVP, and his team didn't even make the playoffs. I'm sorry. You cannot be in the prime of your life, or maybe not the prime of his career yet. He's going to get better. And your team is just missing the playoffs. And now they're in the 6th seed. Don't mention, I don't care what the stats say. See, this is what people got to understand. We're going to enter an era of a lot of empty stats. Guys, pay attention. It's going to be a lot of empty stats. The teams play a lot faster. There's a lot of three-point shooting. It's a lot of empty stats. If your stats are not affecting winning, I do not care. I do not care about your stats if it's not affecting winning. There's winning players and there's players who got a bunch of stats, is what I'm saying. And Luka's James Harden all over again, just right-handed. I don't know how people don't see this. He's James Harden. He's James Harden from the right hand. You know, and he's really good. And I think that, but what I'm saying is he's not a two-way player. He's not a really good defender. Players like that come along all the time in the NBA. Great scorers, like elite scorers. But if your best player on your team is not a two-way player, I don't know how you're going to win. And people will always point to Jokic like he don't play D, but he rebounds the hell out of that ball. And that's a part of defense because the possession's not ended until someone grabs the rebound. So the defensive team grabs the rebound. Then the defensive play is finished. Then you can say, okay, they just played some good D, and he put an exclamation on it by grabbing the rebound. So I don't know why I'm just I just came out the blue with Luka, but the truth is no. I just think that Luka is the same way like Kyrie. I think Kyrie's a great player too, but on his own team, he never wins. He cannot be considered top 5 of anything. See, Iverson. Let's talk about Allen Iverson. They called him a chucker, a shooter, a scorer. He just was a nut. His shooting percentages wasn't always great, but he carried that team. That's a winner. He carried that team to the finals. Look at that team he carried to the finals and one game against the Lakers that had Kobe and Shaq. That's a winning player. You see, I'm old enough to remember, but now we got a lot of hype because the NBA is searching for that next star that the people are gonna love. Ja Morant got the swagger, but the problem is he's in Memphis, 1, and 2, he's wilding out. And now Memphis is he's out for the year. So they need a star, you know? You know, in NBA news, I wanted to talk about, and I'll circle back around to the Knicks. In NBA news, I wanted to talk about the Laker game just slightly, because I'm going to do an expose on that. I want to talk about the NBA being rigged. Do I think the NBA is rigged? I think in my opinion, I think it's rigged light. I think the NBA draft is completely rigged in certain years. It's too many coincidences. But last night, the Lakers shot 23. And the funny thing is, I didn't even see none of the game. I just happened to see something on Instagram. And I seen the coach going off, right? This is exactly how I saw it. He's like, there's 23 free throws. You shouldn't be able to, 23 free throws to 2 free throws. You know, he was really upset about it. So then I said to myself, literally before I even looked, I said, it better not have been against the Lakers. That's exactly what I thought. And I went to the internet and Toronto lost to the Lakers by 1 point. It reminded me of Sacramento all over again. Guys, when it comes to the Lakers, come on, even the NBA players. See, the thing is, this is the year of the truth. Everybody's bringing stuff out. And 23 free throws. See, you can't say that game. Listen, I just want to say this about the Lakers. The NBA is going to push them into the playoffs. Let's just be real. Because ESPN is tied in with the NBA. ESPN does nothing but cover the Lakers all the time. I was watching and they did a whole thing on the Lakers and I'm like, wait a minute, the Lakers are a 12th place team. The Lakers are a 12th place team and they're talking about the Lakers. They don't talk about Denver. They don't talk about Minnesota. They're not even talking about Oklahoma City. They only talk about the Lakers. Now let's talk about that. Why? Because Lakers have the most fans, plain and simple. The ESPN is Laker basketball. It's LeBron Central and Laker basketball. Before that, it was Michael Jordan Central and Chicago basketball. That's just how it goes. But the thing is, Chicago was winning. Now they don't even care because what happens is they're just looking at the numbers. When the Lakers are on TV, people are watching. So honestly, if the Lakers don't make the playoffs, they're going to take a huge hit financially because the casual fan don't know all these new NBA players. They know LeBron. They know Kevin Durant. They know Chris Paul, even though he's hurt. They know Curry. They don't know these young players. And that's the NBA's fault. And that's the marketing fault because they never market the game They never market the young players. They always say, oh, it doesn't matter what market you in. You know, right? They always say you can go to any team, free agency, it doesn't matter what market you in. But yet they show the Lakers over and over again. Then they show another California team, Golden State, another team who is not doing that well. They show that team again and again too. So if both of those teams don't make the playoffs, it's going to be ugly. Well, it won't be ugly. I mean, I'm going to watch. But see, the reason why, they'll say the ratings are down because the Lakers are not in the game or not in the playoffs or in the championship. No, the ratings are down in the playoffs when the Lakers don't make it because you promote the Lakers all year long. Look, you got to promote these younger teams. You got to promote these other teams. You got to promote these other players. When you listen, I'm telling you, you cannot watch an NBA today without them checking in on the Lakers. You cannot watch anything without a check-in on the Lakers. I hear a little bit of talk about Boston. You know, I don't really hear nothing. Now they're going to try to talk about the Knicks. Guys, they're going to be talking about the Knicks soon. They're going to talk about the Knicks because we are a large market. And now we're winning. So now it doesn't make sense to keep saying, oh, the Knicks need this, need that. They've already hammered that. So now they're going to have to just cover us, honestly, as long as we're doing well. But now they're going to give us a lot of coverage now. It's going to be a lot of coverage because it's another big market and we're doing well. They don't need to talk good about us to do well. See, and the one thing I want to say, Knicks fans, and this is a short one here today. One thing I want to say, Knicks fans, is in the past, what they like to do is they always like to get the fans upset in New York because they know if they say something negative about New York, the Knicks, it goes viral. If they say something positive, you know what everybody does? That's great. I agree with it. And nobody tweets, nobody says anything. So that's why they do it. And so don't fall for the okie doke young Knicks fans. They've been doing it forever. It's just moving the needle. It's just ratings. But you know, I just had this on my head and I just woke up literally saying, you know what, I want to put some information out there and speak to the people out there, all the Knicks fans, and shout out to Knicks Fan TV. He's doing a wonderful job. They're doing a wonderful job. I tune in after every game. I ain't no hater. The other Knicks podcast, I'm sorry, I will remember. I think there's a Nick of Time podcast. Shout out to them. There's a lot of Knicks podcasts out there, and I really like these podcasts. So I check them out. Y'all should check them out. You know, this is a community here. Let's keep this going. Knicks, let's go. I said, Knicks, let's go. Like we on the court, like 3, 2, 1. I be cracking myself up, y'all. But anyway, this has been Knicks Home Court and NBA News. Please, again, like, share, and subscribe. Let people know, you know, so we can have this nice on conversation. Knicks fans, uncut, and keeping it real. Because the Knicks are rolling and they hating. Peace, y'all.